Okay, happy Friday, everybody. TGIF. Hello. Today we're talking about how to survive e-learning days with your kids. I've just on day 2 this week. Last week there was more. Actually, Monday. Did we have Monday off too? I'm really, really out of it. Like, I have no idea what day it is or time it is or date. I think Monday was President's Day, so we didn't have school that day. It's just, winter's just okay. So we're gonna get into how we can survive these e-learning days with our kids. So listen up, chat in the chat with me. I'd love to see what you have to say about this. I know we can commiserate together. I've got my essential oil roller. This helps me throughout the day to stay present. Okay, so if you are new to my YouTube channel or my Facebook group, or you have not joined any of that yet, make sure that you go over to the YouTube Tanya Milano Parent Coach and hit subscribe, hit the bell, make sure you join in so that you don't miss any of the videos. And then I have a Facebook group as well, Reactive to Relaxed Self-Care Without the Guilt, right here. Even on e-learning days, how can you build in self-care? So this is my Facebook group where I share lots of ideas on how to keep up with your self-care even during the hardest times of parenting. So jump in there if you're not in there yet. I support moms with big emotions to stay present with their kids. And we are being the change we wish to see with our kids. So here is where we practice together in my programs, in the Facebook group. That's what we're doing. We're practicing how to be the change we wish to see in our kids. So today, how do we survive e-learning days? Okay. I have a list, 5 ways. Number 1, lower your expectations for yourself and for your kids. So, mamas, lower your expectations. You do not have to do everything. You don't have to do it all. Okay, so lower the expectations for yourself and your kids. That means taking some things off your list, moving them to another day. That means understanding that your kids might not be able to do all the things that you feel they're capable of doing. Whatever it is you need to do, put that in your head that my expectations on e-learning days need to be lowered. Okay, and for some of us, that can be the really, really hardest part of it. Like, I'm not going to get to the things I usually do. Okay. Whew. Number 2, have a morning meeting, a family meeting. You've got to get on the same page. Okay, so y'all sit down, either at breakfast or after breakfast, and everybody talks about what they would like in their day. And that's where you come in as mom. You say what you need for the day. Your needs need to be on that list. And also you're the guide, right, for the day. So if one kid has something they need to finish, another kid has something else they need to finish, you put the things on the list and everybody hears them. And maybe you need to do this one at a time. If you have certain children that, their age just does not facilitate, I don't know the word. They will not sit through a meeting. I have one of those. He will not sit through dinner. He cannot attend long enough. Okay, so 5-year-olds that have about a 5-minute attention span. Okay, so maybe you talk with them one-on-one, and maybe that child needs one item at a time. They are not ready for a list. Okay, now my son does really well with one-on-one lists. Right now he's got a chore list he wants to do because he wants to buy a new game. So he's got this extra list that we made and he really likes that, but he needs that one-on-one attention. So morning meeting, whatever that looks like for you, get it all out onto a list. And that way, the older kids understand that everybody has their responsibilities. Even mom has things she needs to do today. Number 3, follow the kids' lead. So you've got the things that need to happen. Can you let go of a bit of control and follow the lead on what order they want to be doing things? My 9-year-old can do that. She's got her list of things to do on an e-learning day. I step out of the way, okay? And she can decide when she wants to do them. And yes, sometimes it is later than I think it should be, but she gets it done in her own timing. So that's where you hold the structure, you hold the guide. You can be there to ask, did you do that thing on your list yet? When do you want to do that thing on your list? What will help you to finish that thing on your list? Okay, you're the guide to ask them, right? And let them kind of gain some autonomy in these days. And also, you need to give them a time limit. Like, if you have something that you guys have to leave for, or you need to be doing at a certain time, you can be the one that says, this has to be done before this time. So however you're going to get there, you need to do it before this time. And if they haven't got done in time, then that's when you say, now's the time to do it. You've used all your other time. Now's the time you got to do it. So they learn. They're learning autonomy, but they're also learning accountability and follow through. Okay, number 4, make sure you have your priorities on the list. I've already said this already, but you have got to make sure that you keep yourself on that list, whether you have a workout routine or you have specific chores you need to be doing, you have responsibilities. Like, I work at home. This is something that is on my list. I'm going to be doing this at this time. And no matter how you feel about it, kids, you guys got to pick something else to do. This is what I'm doing right now. That brings me to number 5. Set healthy boundaries and then follow through. So my healthy boundary is that I have this video at 9:30 a.m. that I'm going to be doing. I also have a 1 p.m. call that I'm going to be doing, which I want to talk about because it's in my Own in the Home Revolution program. I'm really excited about it. And keep to your boundaries. Follow through on them, even when your children get emotional about it. It will happen. So that's where you go back to number 1. You've lowered your expectations already. Like, I need to lower my expectations. I'm going to deal with some things that I don't usually deal with. And I just have to realize that that's going to happen. So I'm really surprised, like, my kids haven't come in yet, actually. But I've lowered my expectations that probably will happen today. So I'm expecting it. Okay, so I wanted to say about the meeting today. In my Own in the Home Revolution, I really help coach through some of this stuff. We have a lot of homeschooling materials in that program, and it can help on e-learning days. It really can. Some of the modules and coursework in there. I also have weekly coaching. Once a week, we can come together. We can talk about these things. It's all included in the program, and it's a lifetime program. But today, we're doing human design. We have a workshop on human design. And in my Facebook group, you can see a recording in the guide section of my human design interview, or coaching session with my friend Leah Rupp. She did my reading. She told me I'm a manifester and some other things. So if you're not familiar with human design, it's very interesting. Today, she's bringing into Own in the Home Revolution, how do you take your children and your spouse, their readings with yours, and how do you come together in a relationship? So This is in Om in the Home Revolution. She's available in there if you have questions and you want to work with her. And she'll be doing a workshop, a free workshop. So in Om in the Home Revolution, I often bring in these free workshops to get to know yourself better, to get to know your children better. And it's just a really fun place to be. So here's, if you want more information, just message me, founding member. We'll have a brief conversation about it. You can decide if you're in or out. Maybe later you want to join in. Hopefully, if this is interesting to you, you'll be back. Most people come back for a second conversation. Founding member means that you are going to get the founding member pricing. And right now, as I'm building up this program, it is 90% off. It is going to be a year-long transformation in your parenting. So it is worth over $3,000. But right now, I have a founding member rate. So I'm getting people in there to check it out, to work with me. And if you are at all interested, just message me and we can talk about it. I also put a link to book a time. Book a time. We'll talk about it face to face. And one more thing, in the description of this video is my 8-week parenting course. So if you're just wanting to get into my 8-week parenting course to work through some of your emotions in parenting, that is a great way to start. I'm starting one in April. It's an 8-week course. You can find the link to get on the waiting list for that too, and I'll give you more information once you sign up for the waiting list. That's it for now. Have a great Friday. Have a great weekend. I will see you Monday morning at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And once again, if you're looking for self-care, emotional regulation, jump in that Facebook group, start going through the guide section, and find some things to really support you, mamas. Have a great weekend.